Hi, my friends. Thanks for watching Keto with Cass. Today we are going to make snacks, my favorite go-to easy snacks. We're going to start with a cracker, and then we are going to move on to some stuffed bell peppers with bacon. We're going to do some quick little pizza, pickle, and onion bites, and we are going to do some, what was the last one? What was the last? Oh, we're going to do some zucchini skins instead of like potato skins. I'll show you how to do that. We're going to start with our cracker. You're going to need almond flour. You're going to need Parmesan cheese and nutritional yeast. Now, I buy this in bulk at Winco. You only pay for what you put into the bag, so you don't have to buy a big bag. You buy just a little bit for the crackers. And then whatever seasoning you want to put on your crackers, I'm going to do everything but the elote today and some ranch. The cool thing about these crackers is that you can do them in the microwave, you can do them in the air fryer, you can do them in the oven, whatever you want. Today, we're going to do them in the microwave. The original recipe from this came from Joe Duff. I adapted it a little bit, made it my own, and that's what we're going to roll with today. So, you need a half a cup of almond flour. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I'm not a measurer, but you do need to measure for these crackers. Also, you need to use the powdered Parmesan because if you're using like the good stuff, it's not going to melt the same and it's not going to give you the same texture for your cracker. And we want, like a Cheez-It. So you're going to do a half a cup of the Parmesan. And no, you cannot use another cheese on this. You need the powdered Parmesan. Cheddar is just too oily. Mozzarella is too stretchy. So for this particular cracker, you're going to want to use the powdered, shut up, Bowie, Parmesan cheese. And then I go ahead and do about a half a tablespoon of the nutritional yeast. You can leave it out if you want. I just like it because it gives it more of like almost like a store-bought cracker where you get that salty little crisp from it. All right, that's all that you're putting in your food processor. You're going to go ahead, you're going to snap your lid on. We're going to start with 1 tablespoon of water, and then we're going to see how it forms, and then we're going to add another tablespoon if it needs it. So we're going to pulse it. Add a tablespoon of water. You can see that it's starting to come together on the sides. You're going to want to take a rubber spatula. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but Parmesan cheese actually has quite a bit of moisture in it. So really, that's what's going to be holding together this dough more than the water. Here we go. Straight down the sides. 1 more tablespoon of water. And we'll give it another little. Scrape the sides down 1 more time. Yeah, I think 1 more pulse and this is ready to roll. You just want to see how it's just starting to stick to itself. That's what you want. That's perfect. All right, that's it on that. I'm gonna get rid of this. Get rid of the processor here. And you're gonna need some parchment. Did we grab my rolling pin? Okay. Dump your dough out onto the parchment. And you're going to want to work in small batches because we are going to get this really thin. So just roll it into a ball. Then we're going to break that ball in half, and we're going to work with half at a time. The second piece of parchment right over the top, flatten it down, and you roll it. You want these pretty thin because you want them to crisp up. If you're going to do them in the oven at a low temperature, you could do them a little thicker if you wanted to, but personally I like the texture of the thin cracker better. Alright, so that's what your cracker dough should look like. It's pretty thin. You're going to go ahead and take a pizza cutter. I know people that do little holes in it to make it look like Cheez-Its, but I really don't care if they look like Cheez-Its or not. And your lines will not be straight, or I mean, maybe they will. Maybe you're better at this than I am, but a crooked cracker is still a cracker. It tastes good. It doesn't have to be perfect. And we're just going to cross hatch. And it's not really going to affect the cooking either if they're not perfect, so don't worry about that. Okay. Take some scissors, and you're going to go ahead and cut the extra paper, because we are going to put this on a plate and then directly into the microwave. So you're going to do about 1 minute. Now every microwave is different, I know, so you're going to have to check on your crackers. You don't want to burn them. Can you tell I use this in the microwave a lot? Alright, so you're going to go ahead and put that on a plate. You're going to put it in the microwave. We're going to do 1 minute. And then we're going to move it to the other side of the microwave and do 1 more minute. Alright, so after 1 minute, you can see it's kind of puffing up a little bit. And it's still a little doughy. It smells really good. Can you smell it? It smells good. So you're going to go ahead and do it for 1 more minute. So I had it on this side of the plate, the heating plate, so that when it rotates it's on the outside. So we're going to go ahead and switch so that it cooks more evenly. And we'll just do 1 more minute. Okay. So when you pull them out, your crackers will look like this. Now they're still kind of soft, so you're going to let them sit. We're going to let them cool, and then I'll show you how to break them up. This is how you season them. Just do a little spray. I did coconut oil, but you can do avocado oil, olive oil, whatever you want. And then take your seasoning and just put it on. And you can do just plain salt if you want. This is almost gone. Anyways, so now you would put this aside, let it cool, and then go ahead and do the same thing with your second dough ball. We're going to let that cool first. Alright, so after a few minutes, your crackers should be cool enough to handle. You just go ahead and break them where you perforated the edges there. And they'll still crisp up even a little more as they cool and dry out. But that is your easy keto cracker. It's just like a Cheez-It. That was more for the camera, not you.
Oh. Too bad.
Keto cracker. Okay, the next thing we're going to make, just good. We're going to do our zucchini skins. I just washed the zucchini, so they're chilling over here. You can do as many or as little as you want. I actually probably didn't think about, you probably didn't need 5, but that's okay. We're going to get our cutting board. Actually, I can get my bigger one. And your favorite knife. And we are going to do these in the air fryer, actually. So I'm going to get my air fryer pan out. Okay, So you're gonna take your zucchini and you're gonna cut the top off. And we want like good inch long or inch thick discs. Now some are obviously gonna be wider than others, so you can always do those a little thinner if you want. That's up to you. Use your best discretion. My trash bowl. That's a tip I stole from Rachel Ray. Okay, now zucchini has got a lot of water in it. So your biggest challenge is going to be getting a crisp on it, more like a potato. It's not a potato. It's zucchini. So as long as you're not expecting zucchini to be a potato, you will not be disappointed. Expect zucchini to taste like good zucchini and you'll be fine. Okay. You're going to hollow out the seeds as much as you can on here, but you still want to make sure that you have a bottom on your zucchini. So I just kind of go in a circle like that and then scrape downward. And we are going to stuff that with cheese, bacon, and chives. And like I said, we're going to do these in the air fryer. If you don't have an air fryer, you can do them in the oven as well. About 350 for 30 minutes or so. The air fryer is just way faster. It's about like 7 or 8 minutes. Okay. I had a towel. I don't know where I put it. There it is. Okay, once you get to this point where you have these little cups, these cute little zucchini cups, I like to do some Parmesan on the bottom to make them crispy. So I'll just put like some on the lid here. And because zucchini is already pretty wet, you just twist it into the Parmesan, and that's going to give it a little crust on the bottom. So I'm actually going to put these in the air fryer for maybe 2 minutes to kind of dry them out a little bit before I put the toppings in there. So while these are drying out, we will go ahead and grate our cheese. You can use bagged cheese if you want. I just prefer to grate my own. But whatever you have is fine. Alright, so these are going to go in the air fryer over here for about 2 minutes. 375. Okay. We're going to go ahead and grate our cheese while the zucchini is drying out a little bit in the air fryer. Again, you could just buy it pre-grated. That's up to you. Go ahead and cut off a decent sized square. And I have this little gadget. I think I got it on Amazon. It's like $8, but it's awesome. That's the air fryer. Yeah, it grades cheese super fast, and you know, when it breaks, it's only $8, so I just order another one. Alright. There's our cheese. I don't know how much is there, maybe like a cup and a half. It's not gonna matter, you're just loading it on top of zucchini anyway. Don't forget to take your cheese tax. Okay, you know what? Need cheese twice? Grate it once, right? We are going to be using cheese in order to do the pizza crisps. So I'm just going to go right on ahead and grate some more. And put it aside for later. Or in case I want to eat a pile of cheese. Don't judge me. Okay, Air fryer always hot when you're pulling your stuff out. So now your zucchini shouldn't have any water in the bottom of them. They're all pretty dried out here. And that is where you're going to stick your cheese. So you're going to go ahead and do cheese. It's okay if it falls on the pan because when it starts getting air fried, they'll crisp up. And they'll just make like little like cheese tool under your zucchini. It's pretty delicious. You can do more of these if you want. I just did a few just to show you guys because we're doing so many snacks in one video. And I don't know if Alex and I can eat all this. Okay, get rid of this for now. I had made some bacon earlier. Just finally chopped it. Yep, that was hot. Add more or less, whatever you like. You like a ton of bacon? Put a ton of bacon in it. If you're not a bacon fan, leave it out. I don't know who's not a bacon fan that's on keto, but to each their own, I guess, huh? Okay. Bacon tax. And then the last thing we're going to put on there is green onions, but I'm going to add that after it's cooked. I'm going to go ahead and throw these back in the air fryer for about 5 minutes on 400. And when we'll come back, I'll pop it. Okay, so I'm going back to those crackers that we had sit, and they're nice and cool now. And they're really crunchy now. You can hear the snap. So just, they need to sit and cool, and then separate them, and super crunchy. I like to cut my green onions on a bias because they're a little prettier, but you do you. You can do as many or as little as you want. Look how pretty. You're going to pull out the zucchini now. It is sizzling and yummy and very hot. So, put that there. Okay. Let's take one. You might need a little spatula to loosen the bottom. There we go. I'll top those to show you what they look like. My husband doesn't like sour cream, but I do. So I'll do one with and one without. You can put hot sauce on there too if you wanted, or I don't know, whatever. Alright, your green onion. And that's it. Those are your zucchini bites. I would eat one right now, but they are scalding hot. Here. Cut it in half. Get all that oozy cheese. Yum! Oh, I just took the toppings off the other side.
Yum.
It's a big bite too. Alright. And here I've got 1 block of cream cheese. I'm going to soften it in the microwave just to make it a little easier to work with. 20 seconds. There's your softened cream cheese. A little bit easier to mush around. We are going to add to this some cheddar cheese. This is left over from taco night, so previously grated. Trash bowl. And we're going to add buffalo sauce to this. You can use whatever kind you like. I know a lot of people like Frank's Red Hot, But I actually really like this Primal Kitchen buffalo sauce. It has avocado oil in it. It's really good. And make it as spicy or mild as you want. We're just trying to do a little zing here, so we're not going to go crazy with it. And you're going to end up with this little mixture. And we are also going to be cooking these peppers in the air fryer as well. A lot faster. Okay. I need that. Trying to take away my ingredients. Okay. I don't know if these are pre-washed or not. I have to give them a little rinse. Did you try yours yet?
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
I'm supposed to be focusing on these, but these are really good. All right. Talking with my mouth full, I know. Cut your peppers in half and just put your finger in the top there and pop the seeds and the stem off. That's going to give you these cute little, easy for snacking. We're going to go ahead and take our filling. I get 2 spoons in case, it's trying to get unruly. I don't have to use my finger. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and fill these all up. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to use my finger anyway. And these don't have to be perfect, it's just cheese. Buffalo cheese. But cheese. We are going to take some bacon. More bacon. I particularly like this brand, and I don't even think I'm supposed to tell you what brand it is, but I like it because it's very consistent with how they cut it. Sometimes I get some and it's like, I don't know if it's thick or thin or what's going on with it. We're going to go ahead and cut it in half. And then we're going to grab our wire rack. Now, I'm doing this on the wire rack because it's bacon, and so the fat can drip out, and it's not just sitting in its own grease. And you just pick up your little peppers. And if you do this to where the bacon seam ends up on the bottom, you should not have to use a toothpick to hold it. Okay, I'm going to pop these in the air fryer. I think I'm going to kick them down to about 350 because you don't want them to cook too fast. You don't want the bacon to burn and then the peppers to still be too hard and crunchy. I'm going to do 350. I'm going to start with 5 minutes and then we'll check on them and then we'll add time to it if we need to. In the meantime, we got snacks. Another one?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm just going to show you guys the bottom of these really quick. Remember that Parmesan that we dipped these in? I gotta hold my toppings on, but look how crispy they got on the bottom. You're essentially doing like a Parmesan crisp on the bottom of your zucchini. Again, it's not a potato. But if you don't expect it to be a potato, you will not be disappointed. That was stupid. Okay, so while the peppers are working, we are going to go ahead and work on our last snack for today. These are, I don't even have like a real name for them because cheese crisps maybe, but Basically, it's like a fried pickle or an onion ring, but baked in this pan with cheese. So you're going to preheat your oven to 350. I'm going to do some with pepperoni. And you can season them however you like. Like I've done the pepperoni with oregano and whatever on top. So you just put pepperoni in the bottom. And it won't stick because of all the oil that's in the pepperoni. I'm going to put the 3 different kinds all here on the same pan. So you know what? Let's do it this way. There we go. And then we're going to do some pickle, which is my favorite. Go ahead and do some pickle slices. Pickle tacks. Put a few of those in the bottom. There we go. Okay. And the last one's going to be onion. I like mine thin cut. I know people that like theirs thick, but I've noticed that the cheese doesn't adhere as well to a thicker slice, so. So I would rather do like 2 thinner slices than 1 big thick slice. Just pop out your rings, put them in your pan. What else is going to help these not stick is the cheese. So don't worry about it. Okay, these are our 3 flavors that we have landed on. Okay, so for cheese, you can pretty much use any melting cheese you want. You can use mozzarella, provolone, whatever. I'm going to do cheddar today. Yeah, you can use anything, really. And you can even do Parmesan if you want. Just going to put just a little bit on top. Don't worry about spreading it out or like being too crazy with it because it's going to melt into the shape. This is a muffin top pan, by the way. You can use an actual muffin pan. If you want, you can just use a cookie sheet and just put little piles. It all works out the same way. I prefer this because it's easy, and then I have perfect little circle shapes. And I just think they're pretty when I do that, so. Don't have to get too crazy with it. I'm going to say I'm putting like maybe a tablespoon of cheese, or 2. You don't want to go too crazy with the cheese because if you put too much, then it gets thick and it won't crisp up. It'll just be like floppy. Nobody likes floppy cheese. I added 5 more minutes on those peppers, by the way, behind me. So that's about 10 minutes right now, and then we'll check on them and we'll see. Usually I do stuffed peppers in the oven, so. Okay. This is where you would add your seasoning if you want to. I'm not going to, but you can put Italian seasoning. You could do the elote seasoning on there. Those will be good on the onion rings. The pickles are good. And I've got some ranch. You can always put a little hot sauce with the ranch and make like a spicy dipping sauce if you want. Or just eat them with ranch or marinara, whatever you want. So those are going in the oven, 350. And I'm going to say maybe 7 minutes. I think that's what I had last time. So we'll check on those in just a minute. These are sizzling though. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're doing what we want them to do. Starting to cook down. Bacon's getting crunched. I'll give them a few more minutes. I'm actually going to up my temperature a little bit here. Go to 375. Okay, so our poppers are done now. I guess you can't really call them poppers. They're not jalapenos. Can you just pepper popper? I don't know. Bacon pepper popper. I ended up air frying those for about 15 minutes total. You could do them in the oven as well if you want. But they look delish. The cheese is all puffed up. It smells good. Yeah, they're a little messy, but that's how you know it's good. It's good food. It's got to be messy. All right, these are our finished poppers. This is some buttermilk ranch I made yesterday. These are really hot, so when they cool down, I'll give you a taste test. Are you ready for these? I'll come have one.
Yeah.
It's my co-conspirator over here. That one's yours.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
They're good. And they were easy. Just throw them in the air fryer.
Mm-hmm.
You can do them in the oven too. You can do all these in the oven, air fryer, whatever you want. We actually kind of used a lot of stuff today. We used the microwave. We got the air fryer going. We got the oven going. These are good. Make these. He's nodding. He's agreeing.
A+.
All right, let's see how our cheese crisps are looking. Boys out. Oh. Melty, bubbly cheese. Let them cool for a second before we start trying to pull them out. And they will get nice and crispy. These are our onion, this is our pickle, and then these are our pepperoni. Okay. Once the bubbling starts slowing down, you still want to pull them out while they're warm, but you don't want them crazy hot like they were. Just go ahead, stick your little rubber spatula in there. Those are the pepperoni. And as they cool down, they're going to get crispy. No floppy cheese here. I've literally been making these probably every weekend for the last 3 weeks. They're that good. You can do them in a chaffle maker too, actually. Or like in a mini waffle maker. Uh-oh. My pickle didn't set up. I think my pickle was too wet. Oh well, I'll still eat it. It'll still be delicious. Oh, my onion didn't set up either. What is up with that? Okay, I swear to you, these usually work. I feel like I should have just do those again.
That one came out good.
Did it? Yeah, it did. Oh well, trial and error. That's what happens. This one's okay. Let's see if I can get any of these pickle ones out so I can show it to you. You know what? I think this is a case of too much talking and not enough cheese. Oh, here we go. This one came out. Even the ones that are folded on themselves like this will still crisp up into something good. It's just not a perfect circle. Last one. All right. we got our ranch. And just basically an onion ring. It's just cheese and onion. Some ranch. Mmm. It tastes just like an onion ring. That's it, guys. This is the last of the snacks. Hubby and I are going to sit in front of the TV and, well, maybe not, but eat all these snacks. Pepperoni, nice and crispy. Got the pickles over here. These are easy and they're fast, and you saw how many different methods you can use. That's it. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Maybe we'll do a dessert or a meal, drinks, whatever you want. Put a comment in the bottom, like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Sassy Keto Cassie. That's it, guys. Have a good night.